Good shot on this thing?
Yes.
Well, here it is, the moment of truth. Here's where we find out if all the time, the sweat, the money to charter this ship and these submersibles to come out here to the middle of the North Atlantic were worth it.
Go Union, live better.
Love, exciting and new. Come aboard. We're expecting you. The Love Boat. Soon we'll be making another run. The Love Boat promises something for everyone. Set a course for adventure, your mind on a new romance. It's love.
I feel like I'm on top of the world.
Hey, Jack, I feel like I'm flying.
You know what I mean? 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 You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Don't push too hard, Anatoly. Don't.
You just sunk the sub. You just sunk it.
Killed us all.
Man.
We've been counting the number of times Josh says,
He's our first AD, and he says ch-ch-ch all day long. So we counted him. 967.
967.
And Lynn Hockney, our choreographer, has created a piece called
The Titanic Shuffle. And it goes. Ready, guys? Join in. We're going to do it. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay.
This is high tech.
The Chain.
She gets paid millions.
Lisa Scott.
2, 3, and...
Where are you going?
And it's interesting because there's a different relationship between. Excuse me. Between me and Jim and some other people.
You want to take it from the story just so we all know where we are? All right. That's how we lost our first fortune,
That's how we lost our first fortune.
And even when I'm nowhere near water, I still wear my decor.
Decades before decor was even invented, people still thought of decor.
That Martin, he's crazy.
I like that man.
Here we are in the Titanic makeup room, and the first step in making up the first-class women is removing their beards and mustaches, which are stored on the wall so that they can be returned to their owners at the end of the day.
Мир 2, я мир 1. Глубина 3700 метров, до грунта 80. Как меня поняли, прием.
Broadway thrills to a new motion picture, little realizing the months of effort by thousands of workers that went into the making of these 2 hours of entertainment. Come with us to Hollywood. The studio is a beehive of activity. After months of research, the final draft of the scenario is written. The casting office engages thousands of players. Costumes are designed. and miles of materials are used in their creation. Blueprints are drawn for the settings. Machinery hums in the huge mill, and 1,001 other important details are carried out before the big day when production actually begins. Then, we find ourselves on a soundstage where Cecil B. DeMille, the director, is making a last-minute survey of the set. Mr. DeMille, if we're not too presumptuous, would you mind explaining just what you're doing with those gadgets?
They can then start to lower one end and just sink the whole thing.
Oh my God.
These big hydraulic ramps. That's the theory. Now, no one's ever done this before. They keep telling me it's going to work,
Is it like a
but
one-shot deal? Or?
no, it can't be because we have
You
so
have to
much.
be
We
able
have
to do
so
it
much
again.
coverage to do in here. We have them when they first come down, so we'll be in here for 2 or 3 days.
You know, this isn't a fantasy, this is history. We spend thousands and thousands of dollars on research. We comb the museums of the world. All right, now you people, you're seeing these men who are leaving you, perhaps for all time. They're your fathers, your brothers, your husbands. Let me see that in your faces. Come on now, work yourselves into the emotion of such a scene. The making of a picture of such large dimensions as
Titanic
is not the work of any one man. The director only guides the many geniuses that are under him. And I hope in
Titanic.
you think that the work of these many minds that have given up so much time and energy to bringing back this wonderful story, this astonishing love story, meets with your approval.
B! 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 What's that spell? Help me! Can you hear me? Help me!
We've made 15,965 cappuccinos in what, 3 months? 3 months, there you go.
Actually, the only thing that matched up perfect was the fresh fish. 11,000 pounds of each on the show and on the boat.
Original boat. Full of that. Yeah. But Jimmy, just watch your final height so you don't get into the flags behind Jonathan's head. Otherwise, it's more work for Rob, even though I don't care.
Okay. All right. Stand by me, buddy. Take it down.
Because we know we have money, we have lots of money left over. Everything's going like butter. Everything's as smooth
Constantly
as can
on
be.
line.
Yeah, it's just, I've never been on a job where everything just went like clockwork like that.
It's amazing.
It is startling. I don't even know what to do. I mean, and Fox doesn't want the money back, you know. They've already allocated it for the movie. They don't want any more cash back. So orphanages, they get to benefit by our good fortune.
That was good. That was a lot better, but this time use more of your throat and hawk it back and